Maybe it was in a business situation. It could have been in a social situation. Or perhaps it was in a relationship. How many times have you missed out on a potentially life-changing opportunity because of fear? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I was 16 years old. I was at my friend Greg's house. We were watching TV as we often did. But this day had a little twist. The front door opens, and in walks this ray of sunshine. My body trembles. Greg, who is that? Jim, you don't worry about who that is. Greg, who is that? Jim, that is my sister Hannah. You don't talk to her, forget you ever saw her, and whatever you're thinking, you just let it go. It wasn't long after that Hannah started hanging out with us against Greg's better wishes. Greg was a year older than me at 17. Hannah was a year younger. Of course, Greg did not want to hang out with his younger sister. However, through us pushing him, finally it started happening. And it was wonderful. I had my buddy Greg there. I had Hannah there. It was awesome. The day shortly came that I had a difficult decision to make. Greg says, "Hey Jim, we need to go do this." Hannah says, "Hey Jim, we need to go do that." What do? It wasn't difficult at all. Of course, I went down with Hannah. We started spending all of our time together. We'd go to the video arcade together. We'd go to the movies together. We'd go to parties together. Wherever Hannah went, I went. Wherever I went, Hannah went. It was wonderful. There was just one small problem. Our relationship, strictly platonic. Never so much as brushed up against her. No physical contact at all. The days got more and more difficult for me. We would be walking side by side. I would be so focused on touching her hand, rubbing up against her hand, maybe holding her hand, that I'd be tripping over things, running into walls. It was crazy. She just thought I was clumsy. She had no idea what I was thinking. We would go to movies. I would think, just politely touch her knee and see what type of a response you get. Never did it. Then an opportunity came. It was a concert that I had 2 tickets to. Perhaps you've heard of them? REO Speedwagon? I know I'm dating myself. I asked Hannah, would you like to go? She said, sure, Jim, that would be great. I think to myself, yes, this is going to be the turning point in our relationship. Certainly, she's going to hold me or hug me or maybe I'll even give a kiss. We went to the concert. I have no idea what songs they sung. I couldn't tell you anything about the concert because the whole time I'm thinking about what is going to be the result of this concert. At least a hug, something. The result? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Shortly after the day comes, we're at Hannah's house. We're alone. We often were. It's really no big deal. This day, she says to me, Jim, will you come with me up to my room? Okay. I follow her up to her room. We no more than get to her room, and she starts to unbutton her shirt. I quickly turn to give her privacy. She says, no, Jim, that's okay. I have a moment of clarity. Hannah is changing her clothes in front of me like I am a girlfriend. The friend zone has reached a whole new level. It was so painful. A few months later, Hannah announces to me that she has a date. She has a date with my friend Bob. Just to make matters a little bit worse, she asked her best friend to help her pick out clothes and make sure that she looks okay. Of course I did. Painful as it was, she looked amazing. She even asked me to wait for her, for Bob to come pick her up. Of course I did. Bob comes and picks her up. They haven't even left the house yet. The door hasn't even closed when Hannah's parents turn to me and say, "Jim, I thought you were dating Hannah." So did I. I shared the story with you today to show you how fear stood between me and a potentially life-changing opportunity. It was fear that stopped me from saying or doing anything with Hannah to take our relationship to the next level. Fear of what? Losing Hannah? Did I ever really have Hannah? Even if I had said or done something and she wasn't interested, we were very good friends. It would have been okay. But what if? What if she was interested? How would my life be different today? We'll never know. I do know this. I found out years later that she was interested. How many times have you let fear stand in your way? How many opportunities have you missed? As painful as this experience was for me, I'm grateful that it happened. At a young age, I learned how fear can alter your life tremendously. I no longer let fear stand in my way. I now use fear to fuel the pursuit of my opportunities. Mr. Toastmaster.